This is the Opera House. We're just walking the streets of Krakow now and seeing the sights. The buildings here are all very short because it can't be higher than the castle that I zoomed into earlier.
Along the trees, but there is a tower of Saint Florian, like 750 years old. In the park is some grill here, closing opening.
This moat currently does not have any water in it, but it's still a moat nonetheless.
$1,000 cities on the list of.
The horses are massive. And the third one. You see a lot of Latin inscriptions. That's because everybody was supposed to learn Latin until the 1960s, and then the Pope was like, you can pray in Polish language as well, doesn't matter. So only university graduates can speak or understand Latin. It's like a little market in the middle of the square. This is the main view of the Santa Maria Church. So during the winter where it gets difficult to bury people, the poorer people would have their bodies buried here. But right now there's no cemetery because the graves have been excavated. The taller one is Santa Maria Church and the shorter one is Santa Barbara Church. Apparently two brothers were in competition of who could build the taller castle. This is a 100-meter long vault right here. And selling little trinkets and souvenirs. This is a part of the university. It's about 600 years old. So the university, some oldest parts of it are actually like 700 years old, and they used to teach only 4 subjects over here, and it was only taught by Catholic priests who were educated in Western Europe, like Italy, France, Britain. And they used to teach astronomy, like this is the Earth and then the sun goes around it. But then one of the students was like, no, fam, right? It's the sun and then the Earth goes around it. And when he wrote that book, it was actually banned everywhere in Europe for like 500 years. And then around the 20th century, they realized that actually he was right, So, looking at old books is not always correct. They actually even keep the manuscript in this university because they wanted to give him appreciation, even though it was like 500 years later that they realized that he was wrong. So I guess he will never know. Historians say that this is the oldest square in Krakow and it's almost 1,000 years old. You can see the 11th century architecture style. This was the 17th century Baroque style. These 12 figurines are the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ. Before renovation, after renovation. So this was the state of the buildings during the communist times. It was very neglected. The reason why there's so many churches is because it used to be monasteries, and only monks and nuns stayed there. But then in the 1960s, the Pope was like, now fam, let's just open it up to everybody, because before that, only 10 days of the year, including Christmas and Easter, could people actually go into the churches. Some of these castles, parts of it were actually created or built by the Nazi Germany, because they inhabited this country for about 6 years before 1945 when they left. So you can see a lot of fragments over here. That's evidence that the Austrian army actually destroyed most of them during the rule of the castle. Of the donors who donated money to build the wall. That is a man, it's not a statue. It's so well done. I'm in a huge shopping center now. It's like 500 shops around.